Hello and welcome. Another nice morning, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're happy. I hope you're making progress. I hope you're motivated, and I hope above all that you're really enjoying this course. I've tried to put in lots of energy to make it a course that gives you a lot of value and brings you success and helps you make the change that you obviously want to make in your life. And yeah, I hope things are going well for you anyway. So this session is about why this is the last diet you will ever need. Once we've adopted this plant-based diet, whole food plant-based diet, you'll never have to think about diets ever again. This is the last diet that you're ever going to need. It's the diet that's going to help you lose weight. It's the diet that's good for the environment. It's the diet that's good for the animals. And it's the diet that's the best for your health. It's been proven to prevent so many, help prevent and even cure so many of the chronic diseases that plague our society today. So it's just, it ticks all the boxes. It is a absolutely brilliant diet. So you're maybe asking yourself, and I know I did, if it's that good, if it's got all these benefits, if it's so beneficial, why isn't it common knowledge? Why doesn't everybody know about the benefits of a whole food plant-based diet? And the answer actually is very, very simple. It's money. There's no money in broccoli, peas, cauliflower, flax seeds, oats and beans. There's no money. You can't brand any of those things. If you were a producer of the best beans in the world and you wanted to market beans, you'd have to be worried that people would just go and buy the beans of the next producer. After all, a black bean is a black bean is a black bean. So it's very difficult to make money out of produce. So the food industry can, and I know we mentioned that in the previous session, but it's worth maybe going over again to understand why we just, we've never heard of it. And, making money out of processed foods with shiny boxes, smiling people on them, all packaged, all ready to eat, all convenient, is a lot easier and certainly a lot more profitable than trying to make money out of proper food. So yeah, that is the reason why it's not common knowledge. Another reason why this is the last diet you'll ever need is because it's the diet that our bodies were designed for. Just imagine that. Imagine a racing car, a Formula One car. It's designed to take a particular fuel. And if you put normal petrol in the racing car, in the Formula One car, it would maybe finish the race, but it would certainly not win, and it certainly wouldn't be a good experience for the driver trying to get the high performance out of the car. And it's the same with us. We're designed for a certain diet. We're designed for certain foods. This is how we've evolved. But instead, we decide to fill ourselves with crap, with junk food, with rubbish, with processed, salty, fatty, sugary foods that our bodies are not meant to deal with. So we are, as far as our bodies are concerned, very much like primates. So that's our closest relation in the natural world are monkeys and primates. And if you take these monkeys, as researchers have done, and take a look at their intestines, their stomachs, their colons, the whole works, it turns out that we are very, very similar indeed. So the next question then, if we share many of the physical attributes of a monkey as far as our digestion is concerned, surely it makes sense then to see what do monkeys eat in the wild. And it turns out that they eat vegetables, they eat plants, they eat nuts, they eat plant food. On occasion, they will eat meat, but it's a rare treat. It's something that doesn't come. It's something that enters the diet on very rare occasions, and so I think it's obvious when we look at ourselves that we come from that line of the animal kingdom. So it's obvious that we also grew up, evolved on the plains of Africa, just eating mainly plants, seeds, nuts, fruits, of course, lots of fruit. These were the foods that we spent, in our evolution, probably, millions of years evolving, eating this food. And it's only in the last, 10 or 20 years now, let's say 50 years, that we've suddenly been hit by, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Big Macs, McDonald's, Wendy's, all these fast foods. These were foods that never existed, and they're very calorie rich. These foods that we're bombarding our bodies with, they're full of calories. You don't find that in the natural world. So obviously our bodies don't know how to deal with that properly. So when we switch back to the diet that we were intended to eat, guess what happens? Our health improves. We start shedding weight. We start to feel spiritually better. We feel that we're making a contribution to the planet. Obesity rates amongst vegans might be as low as 2%. So researchers wanted to find out how many do obese vegans exist, and if so, what's the percentage? Turns out 2% of the US population, 2% of the obese people in the USA are vegans. Compare that to 36% of the normal population, and you begin to get an insight into how powerful a plant-based diet can be. But why would there be any obese people that are vegan if the vegan diet that I'm promoting here is so powerful? Well, French fries and beer are also vegan. Just because you're on a plant-based diet doesn't necessarily mean you're eating the right foods. So we're going to be obviously looking into that in the next sessions, which foods we should be eating, because there's no point in making a change to a plant-based diet and then spending all our time eating French fries, processed vegan or plant-based junk food, and drinking beer. This is not good. This is not the way that we need to go to lose weight, obviously, but I just thought I'd mention that in case you were wondering why there would be any plant-based obese people. So yeah, to finish off, just to reiterate that our bodies want to be in balance. That's what our bodies try to do. They are really efficient, amazing machines that want to be in balance. They want, when we eat the food, they want to make the very most of that food, and that also means storing fat. So all of these junk foods that we now eat have actually become the norm. The sugar, fat and salt food, convenience foods have become the norm, and they're so calorie dense that our bodies find it very difficult to get into balance, which is why we're not in balance, which is why the population is now completely out of balance, with the obesity and the overweight epidemic. So when we move to a plant-based diet, one that has the right foods in it, we can eat as much as we want and we will still lose weight. And that's because we will be bringing our bodies back to the balance that they were supposed to be in, that we were evolved to enjoy. So the plant-based diet that you're about to embark on, the adventure that you're about to start, is the world's most natural diet. And because it's the world's most natural diet, and because it's the diet that we evolved to thrive on, it's the diet that's going to enable you to live longer, to live healthier, to live happier, to live more compassionate, and to be a real game changer in your weight loss. You'll lose weight and you'll feel better. And because it's the world's most natural diet, after a while, it'll be really easy to stick to. You won't feel hungry because you can eat as much as you want, provided you're eating the foods that you were supposed to be eating. And it's just great news, you know. I'm so excited, you know. It's really good stuff. In fact, I'm really so excited. I'm actually starting to feel a little bit hungry, so I'm going to go and get myself some breakfast. So I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me this morning, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next session. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.